Hello, hello. We're waiting for everyone to start arriving before we get started. I know I'm a new face, but I will introduce myself very soon. Well, hello, Anthony. All right. Well, hello, everyone. I am Alyssa. Welcome back to Curiosity Corner Live, where we bring you behind the scenes experiences, fun learning opportunities, and interactive videos that you can design your own challenges to learn more at home. We do this every weekday at 10:30. So if you like what you see, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you can get notified every single day that we go live. This week, to celebrate Apollo 11, we are going to talk about moon and space travel. Good morning. Good morning. So let's hop on to our first topic about the moon and space travel. So do you guys know what the lunar landers are? Does anyone know what a lunar lander is? Well, lunar lander. Lunar would kind of mean the moon, and then a lander would mean that it lands, right? So a lunar lander is a spacecraft that is meant to land on the moon or travel to the moon. And there were actually 6 special lunar landers that made it to the moon. Apollo 11, Apollo 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So let's drop off of topic for a really quick second, and let's talk about craters. Do we know what craters are? I'm assuming we know what craters are because we can see a bunch of them on the moon. Good morning, Isaac. And we do actually have a nice crater on the Earth that is a whole 93 miles wide. And it's very likely that the impacts from that crater had caused climate change and had caused the mass extinction of non-avian dinosaurs. And this crater that I'm talking about is the Chicxulub crater, which is located off of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. And then the moon has a ton of notable craters, right? So like the really, 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 really gigantic one on the South Pole of the moon, there is a very, very, very large crater there. And that is actually where Apollo 14 had landed. And there is another crater there that's called the Shoemaker crater, where a gentleman named Eugene Shoemaker had actually studied craters, and he had realized and proved that craters were caused by an impact that hit the moon. When he passed away, we actually sent a probe to the moon with his ashes in it, and they landed in that very crater so that he could stay there forever and be recognized and noticed for what he had done. And one of Saturn's moons, actually, they have a enormous crater, a huge crater on the side of it. And scientists, when they saw this crater, they were actually super, super, super confused as to how that moon is still actually there, because the impact and the curve and the indent inside of that moon is actually so large that they were just super surprised that that moon was actually still able to be in orbit with Saturn. So this actually brings me to start talking to you guys about distinct shapes with craters And sometimes you are actually able to tell how a crater had impacted the Earth, the Moon, any other planets, just anything like that, based off of the shape of the crater. So there are many different types of craters. There's ones where they concave in and there's nothing there. And then there's ones that concave in and they have a little bit of a rise in the center, which was caused by the ground underneath where the impact was pushing back up and causing a nice little hill on the inside. And there is another crater that actually, it's exactly the same. It has that big, nice impact. And then there are debris, otherwise known as ejecta, that cause streaks coming out of the crater, where it be on the inside coming out, whether it be on the outside around the rest of the surface of the Earth, the planet, the moon, wherever the crater may have been. So we are going to get to our activity, which is all about showing you how to create craters at home. So all you guys need is, can we see this? I hope we can. All you need is a tray, some flour, some cocoa powder. It doesn't have to be Hershey's. It can be any type of cocoa powder that you would like. And any household items that could possibly represent a crater, or sorry, not a crater, a meteorite or an asteroid or a comet if a comet ends up hitting a planet on accident. So they could be marbles, they could be rocks, they can be any household item. You can actually even use like an eraser, because craters are caused by anything, and anything could have any type of shape. So let me start with the flour. We are going to put a decent amount of flour on here, because this is supposed to act as the under layer underneath the surface of whether you're replicating the moon or you're replicating a planet. But for us, we're going to say the moon, because we're talking about the moon today in spirits of the Apollo 11 landing. So that's a good, nice underlayer. And let's get this Hershey chocolate right here. This cocoa powder. Nice coverage, nice coverage. Okay. If you would like to at home, you can go ahead and do this. You could participate, do it with me if you would like. You could also actually add sprinkles or any other little things to act as rocks to help you simulate ejecta after the impact of this crater. So now all we're going to do is we are going to grab one of our nice asteroids. I'm going to use this bouncy ball here in all the hashtag banner. Awesome. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we are going to grab this bouncy ball right here, and we are going to just drop it, and let's see what happens. That was, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a lot of splatter that just happened, and you can actually see the indent right here. Now let's try a different one. Let's try, we're going to do a little marble right here. And let's drop it. You can see how far the marble had actually impacted into this flour and into the cocoa powder. And right around here, there's actually a nice layer of cocoa powder. And now you can see that a lot of this flour came up out from underneath. Let's try just one more. I have this golf ball. We'll use this golf ball. So another big one. Ready? Now I'm going to try and hit this sideways because you can actually see. Okay. So if you guys could tell, when I threw it sideways, it rolled this way, which you can actually tell the direction of the impact based off of the way that the crater is. So from this coming at this angle, the crater threw a bunch of ejecta out this direction. All right. So that's a little messy. So if you guys do that at home, make sure that you do keep just something to cover your table. Make sure you wash your hands and that tray is dry, because if the tray is not dry, then you can end up having the flour stick to it, which could actually dampen the effect of what it is that you are doing. Hello, hello. Does anyone have any questions so far about anything that we are talking about? Because if you do, I would like to know, and I may be able to help answer before we get to our challenge, obviously. Okay, so that does end up bringing me to our challenge. Yes, the design challenge. We're going to make our own math moonscape, which you make your own craters, which is exactly what we did. Pay attention to how the crater forms. Pay attention to the way the ejecta comes out of the crater. Make sure you clean up. Make sure you wash your hands. Please, please, please share your results and on social media and use the hashtag Stay Curious, Great Lakes Science Center, Cleveland. Every weekday at 10:30, we will bring you something new just like this. And so definitely come back tomorrow, because today is Monday and tomorrow is Tuesday. That is a weekday at 10:30. We will have another video all about radio waves and space communication. But really, really, really quickly, guys, before I head on out of here, I do want to talk about something very, very serious that is going on in our day-to-day lives. It is about the Black Lives Matter movement. Many citizens across the country and across the world are participating in strikes about the Black Lives Matter movement. And the strike is organized by the Black Lives Matter movement, obviously, and is a nice, big, wide variety of people and unions that would love to bring justice to the Black community itself. They are asking for equality. They're asking for equality in jobs, in day-to-day life, to get higher wages, better jobs, better union for all that, everything. They are just asking for equality. For those that cannot miss a full work day today, we are asking, and the organization is asking, that everybody at 12 o'clock today takes a moment of silence for 8 minutes and 48 seconds to kneel at noon. And the Great Lakes Science Center will be participating, and we hope that you do too. Again, thank you so much for coming. If you did like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You'll get notified every single day that we go live at 10:30 a.m. every weekday. Thank you very much. My name's Alyssa. It was nice meeting you guys. Have a wonderful day and stay curious. Goodbye.